Yo, everybody, welcome back to Josh Gets Lost, and today, fresh off of our huge victory surviving the Nether Fortress, we are going to build an iron farm, because I want to be able to build some more stuff in our world, especially automated farms and things, and without iron, all that stuff is a little difficult to come by, so that is our goal for today. We're going to start today by revisiting something that we got in the Nether Fortress, which is our blaze rods and our ender pearls. With this, we're going to turn this blaze rod into blaze powder and combine one of those powders with an ender pearl to make an eye of ender. And while we could throw this eye of ender, we don't want to do that right here. We want to actually take it and put it in the middle of 8 obsidian blocks to make an ender chest. And this is something really cool and very important, especially for those of you who play on like multiplayer worlds. This is a huge thing to get because it keeps your stuff safe. But this is a special chest that has some properties I will show you here in a second. Let's put it here in the corner for now. That'll work, sure. Still waiting on that oak wood to finish off the room up here. We're going to put our shield and one piece of scaffolding in this ender chest, and I'm going to show you guys a magic trick. Let's get ourselves another eye of ender. Let's go find some more of our obsidian, and we're going to make another ender chest out here. We're going to place it right underneath our wandering trader head. Boom. And abracadabra, there is our items. Basically, an ender chest is sort of a pocket dimension that holds your stuff, and any ender chest that you open in the world will have the same stuff that you put into the original one, and you can carry them with you. You do need silk touch to be able to mine those, so be aware of that if you're making them, but that is a very useful tool, a good way to keep your important keepsakes together. All right, one of the things that we did here for our iron farm is that it requires capturing a mob, either a zombie or a pillager. And I happened to find this dumb pillager in my boat, and after probably about 20 minutes of going through several shields to get him to shoot at me, finally his crossbow broke, and now he is harmless, just sitting there chilling in the boat. Look at all those arrows that we deflected. Yeah, this took a little bit longer than I would have liked. By the way, if a pillager or mob does get into your chest boat, you can right-click the boat and still get your treasures out. Otherwise, you have to break it, and they're all going to spill out everywhere while the mob chases you. And while that would be a big deal here because this pillager is harmless, the mob you captured might be more deadly. All right, for this project, we are going to need a lot of concrete and some glass. So I'm headed back out to the desert here. Took a little different path, found a village along the way, and some beautiful scenery. And of course, now with our upgraded diamond shovel, we're going to tear through some sand here and get that for our concrete and for our glass, because we'll need a lot of stacks of both of those. All right, wow, look at that view coming in with our row houses there behind our main house. This is a nice looking city over here up on the hill. All right, got all my sand. You can tell I did some work out there, as well as a few goodies we found along the way in a shipwreck. Let's get some of these cooking, and then let's combine these with gravel and black dye to make black concrete powder. And then, of course, over here we're going to be using our pickaxe to get those. We also mined some quartz with a Fortune 2 pickaxe that I have, so I'd get a little more back from that. And using this quartz, we're going to combine it 2x2 into blocks, and we're going to smelt these blocks to make smooth quartz. Now, the rules for an iron farm are basically that there's a 17 by 13 by 17 area from a village center, which could be a bell or a bed or a workstation. Specifically here, it's going to be beds. And we're going to build something here off the coast. And so I've kind of measured out with the dirt where that spawn radius is, because I want it all to be above the water and not on the land. Because in order to get an iron farm, we need to go through our 3 C's. The first C is our conditions. We need to have a village center. We need to have at least 3 villagers in that center. The villagers need to be able to sleep occasionally, and they also have to have a monster that can scare them, specifically a zombie, or in this case, a pillager who is unarmed and unable to shoot them with a crossbow. So we're going to be setting this up. I'm sort of building here a little design I made. If you can't guess what it's going to be, hint, hint, I'm out on the water. I wonder what could go on the water. Let's begin kind of working on our outline of this. We also have a little bit to do under the water because, of course, a boat, if you didn't guess what it was, a boat doesn't just sit at the very top surface of the water, so we want to work on getting that. But we don't have a lot of air currently, so we don't have any chance to increase our water breathing ability. So we're going to work on this as quickly as possible here. And of course, without even finishing the base layer of the boat, I have underestimated the amount of concrete I need. So back to my little concrete making setup here. Now, these could automatically turn to concrete in the water, but I'd rather just have it all ready to go so it doesn't fall or anything like that. And at last, we have finished off the base platform of our boat. Now, the reason we used smooth quartz instead of something like white concrete for this next part is because in order to spawn-proof parts of our boat so that golems cannot show up on them, we need to use slabs or stairs for some of these top pieces of the railings and the sides of the boat. Otherwise, iron golems would be able to spawn up there, and that would cause a lot of headaches. We want to be able to contain where the spawns are into a very specific section of the boat. So we are definitely going to slab the rest of this. And so I've used this smooth quartz because I can make stairs and slabs out of it. All right, now for the main sort of cabin, navigation room of the boat. We're going to be using some mangrove for this, as well as some windows that we can be able to see into. This is where our villagers and our pillager are going to end up being inside of this main compartment here. And so I want to get this set up for this. Now, since we're in the early 1920s kind of era, this is going to be a tugboat. So we're going to have a big steam smokestack coming up here, nestled right behind where our navigation room would connect to maybe a coal room. So we're going to make this nice and tall. And for the topper, we're going to be using some polished blackstone that we collected from the nether. I think I'm going to have to go back in one more time to find some more of this. And of course, make sure to finish off with slabs. And to give a nice smoke effect, we have put hay bales with campfires over them up here on top. Inside our chamber here, we're going to be putting 3 beds for our 3 villagers to be able to have. And then this compartment is where our pillager is going to end up going. Now, this design was actually used in the last few versions of Minecraft with a zombie over here in the corner. They will not work anymore with this design. In fact, in some of my old worlds, if they were to update to 1.20, there would be a problem. So we are going to have to use this here because we have a pillager, so it's slightly different. But if you put a zombie in the same spot that we are going to be putting this pillager, just know he will hit the villagers and kill them or turn them to zombies. So we're going to be kind of using these stairs to put some angled ways. This hopefully will give our villagers enough room to hide and sleep, while also leaving room for the pillager to see them. All right, so we're going to kind of use this glass here. We're going to run some rails down for our pillager. He's going to go nicely into that hole we made through the glass if we give it enough speed. And there we go. We're going to keep this dirt out here and use this as our way for getting them into this chamber. So with all that area mostly spawn-proof, we're going to be setting up a collection chamber here in the back for our iron golems to spawn into and then be collected from. Looks like I ran out of blackstone. I'll have to go back to the nether to get more of that. Let's work on some of the sides of the boat. We've got some fencing here we're going to use to add a little bit of life, you know, things you would tie to other boats. After all, this is a tugboat. This is a lot of fun, bouncing up and down in the water and trying to put things on the side of the boat, especially some of these things we're going to have to shift click. There we go. We got these, kind of using them as the bumpers on the edges of the tugboat. Let's see where we're going to put this one. There we go. We're going to kind of use a mix of these mangrove trapdoors and mangrove signs and even maybe a mangrove gate or two as well. In fact, I think we need to put a gate here to match the other side, which I already completed, but kind of forgot to hit record while I was doing. Let's see. Let's go with another gate right here. And then a sign. Make sure to hit escape so I don't accidentally type words onto it. We do need a name for this boat. So if you have an idea for what our little iron farm tugboat could be named, write it in the comments and we'll add that in a future episode. All right. I think we still need maybe a ladder on the side there, but I don't have any in my inventory because it's so full. I did notice after I had built this collection area here in the back that my gates were actually one block too far out. I made this a little too long and just didn't quite look right. So I've shortened it by one block back here. So I'm going to be putting these gates out here. These gates will stop the water from flowing, but when they're open, the golems will actually come out of these as well. Let's remove this extra layer of boat right here and tidy up all the rest of this. There we go. You'll mine a lot faster on the land and open these gates for the golems to head out of. Final part of our collection process, waterlog the two stairs that are here in this, and they will push any golems that spawn on that platform out and into the sea here. Taking a brief break before we build the rest of the collection chamber to do a little bit of landscaping. As you all know, landscaping reminds us that just like landscaping, you can like and subscribe to this video and to this channel. So here we're going to be actually working. This is our spawn area. Those three deep slate lapis blocks that I placed are where our spawn actually is. So we want to make sure to keep those clear and safe. We're going to be putting a little like platform here, kind of thinking this is maybe like a little park plaza in the middle of what will soon be buildings here in our city. So we're going to use some brick walls for this in order to kind of make sure this is nice and safe. We're going to replace some of this brick flooring with a little bit of granite just to, you know, vary the look a little bit, give it a little texture. There we go. These mangrove roots are great blocks to use for waterlogging, for putting a little garden in. So we're going to do that, make some plants here, give a little life to this area, like you might find at a park, make it kind of look like the wildflowers or grass that would be growing here. Let's plant some seeds and potatoes and carrots, even some beet maybe once I get that. I want to put a little bit of that sugarcane in like we did in our yard, but we've got to turn that back to regular soil and add some string later. Here, I've used a couple of things of water above a soil block, and I'm making a little kind of fountain-looking thing here, and where this fence is, we're going to put a bell to kind of be the center of our city. And we've also added some black glass panes to just kind of complete the look of our city center. Back to working on the collection chamber for our project. If you remember previously, we found some water breathing potions in shipwrecks and treasure spots. If we add a bit of redstone to these potions of water breathing, it will increase the time that these last for, and it will actually give us up to 8 minutes of water breathing, which will be super helpful for what we're about to do next. So now that we have blaze rods and can brew stuff, we're going to do that. We also want to make some blue stained glass because that will blend in underwater and look like there's not a big structure built underneath the boat. It'll kind of blend in with the rest of the ocean down here below when you're standing on the surface and looking out at it. Down here near the bottom, we're going to kind of build up the gravel and stone here, although I wished I had used less gravel later on. It was a little pain to kind of keep that from breaking. We're going to fill up underneath these signs with sand all the way down. We can just drop it here from the top. In order to clear out the water below, we're going to replace these signs because I forgot in the newer versions of Minecraft, signs waterlog and they can be kind of a pain when here they should be able to keep the water from coming down. All right, let's make our way down. There we go, we've reached the stone layer. We're going to use the little trick where we put a torch underneath this after we break the first one. There we go. And save some of the durability on our shovel. You can see that that is getting into the red and we still don't have mending. But hey, maybe that will be the next video. Here we go. Let those all break. See if we placed our glass correctly and didn't miss any spots. If we start seeing water rush in here, we'll know that we missed somewhere. All right. Let's dig out a little bit farther down here. Ooh, found some iron right here as we're digging. The iron farm is already paying for itself. Look at that. I found some iron while making the iron farm. We're going to add a little tunnel here from this collection chute over into underneath kind of the mainland in order to be able to access it. One of the things I'm thinking through here is there's a feature called auto crafting that is going to happen in the newest update of Minecraft. And because of that, I want to be able to perhaps get a lot of our raw ingredients from these different farms traveling towards maybe a center spot in the world that I'm going to save for building later that would be able to auto craft certain very useful things from those raw ingredients. And so I want to set that up. I'm going to be adding signs here at the bottom. These are on the second level above the floor. Golems are 3 blocks tall, so these would basically be at the middle block of the golems. On the bottom, I'm going to put water. This is going to wash away anything that gets dropped from there. I'm going to come over here and actually dig us a ladder spot up from where this outputs for now. So we can go down and check it, and this little room that we're going to make to collect these items won't be in the spawn radius, so that we don't have to worry about golems accidentally spawning inside here or something like that. It's not always the safest to be digging up in the dark. Gravel could fall on you and suffocate you, but if you put a torch up here, we saw earlier how torches will break gravel. Oh, we actually have water right above us, but thankfully we are close enough to the land that we can just sort of augment the shore a little, and this should still be fine, I think, with the radius that we established earlier. There we go. Let's instead of it looks like I'm out of sand, let's use some gravel here to drop all this in and get rid of that water, and just dig back down. And now that we're almost near the bottom, we've got our ladders in. Boom. All right, there we go. This is our collection area. We're going to be putting, in order to kill those golems at the 3rd level up here, we're going to be putting 2 buckets of lava, which should entirely fill up that space. And so they will basically fall down here from the chute and then burn to death, and the iron and poppies they drop will fall into the water stream. In order to make the water stream actually work down here, I need to go to the nearby mountain that's just a little bit east of our spawn and grab some of this ice with my Silk Touch pickaxe. You can see there I put the ice underneath the water stream and then put a little stone slab above it and started a new water stream that will allow items to flow through. They'll slide across the ice and into the next water stream, because water streams only go about I think it's 7 or 8 blocks. And now the drops from those iron golems should flow all the way down here into this chest where we can collect them. All right, looks like it is time to set up a way for our villagers to get in here. I think if I make a little pathway up the side here and then maybe dig out the spot right in above their bed, they'll just kind of fall down in there. They usually will be willing to fall a block or 2 in order to get to their bed. So let's try it with this guy. Usually at night is the best time to try to move these guys up because they'll head straight for the beds and ignore any workstations. But it looks like I'm a little early, and he is headed over that way. Oh, I also left a bed there, so maybe that's what he is going for. Either that stone cutter or my bed. Looks like I'm going to have to break both of those. Hopefully he will find the other beds out on the boat now that he has gotten himself lost. Hello, sir. Can you please head back this way, please? There we go. Oh, come on. You want to go on the boat. You look like a sailor. I can feel it. The sea is calling to you. Oh, the green means he has linked to one of the beds in there, and now he's going to head that way. For our next villagers, I'm going to go ahead and build those two tall so that they cannot go that way across the bridge if I bring them out here. And right into bed, just like I planned. Let's get us 2 more villagers. Here is our villager breeder in action. All right, let's get this guy out there. And let's get another guy. We're going to move both of these guys at the same time at night if I learn how to place minecarts. Boom. There we go. Ooh, we got a swamp villager this time. Boy, we've got a little United Nations in our boat. It's like Star Trek or something. All right. Waiting for night, so I'm going to do some fishing while I sit here bored out of my mind. Because I can't really do anything till I get these guys into the iron farm. All right, it's almost nighttime, guys. Time for you to go find your beds. Sleepy time. Sir, there's nothing back there. Please don't fall into the death chamber. You do not want to go that way. Don't do it. All right, you're almost there. Come on. Oh, is it because you don't have the spot right above your bed? You need this one open? Will this help? Does this make you happy? Oh, you like... Nope. Where are you going, sir? This guy in the back, he... Come on. No. Sir. All right. We're still working on him. Had to go capture him in a boat. And get him in. All right. They are all now sleeping. There we go. I had enough iron now that I feel like I can make one of these. We need to name tag our pillager so we don't lose him. And I have a perfect name. This is Steamboat Pilly. I thought that was pretty clever. I'm kind of high-fiving myself right now. Oh, Steamboat Pilly, where are you? All right, we're going to set up this little contraption around him in order to get him into a minecart from the boat that I had him in earlier. All right. Should have turned one of those off. Nope. Just chill, man. All right, we're going to replace this now and just basically minecart him straight into there, and he's going to live in this minecart for the rest of his life and cheer our crew on as they drive the boat. This should work unless he loses too much speed, but I guess we'll find out about that. Actually, let's add one more powered rail here. I guess I need to get this lever. Well, that was good. Didn't have to go down in the water. Professional. All right, let's relink these tracks so that way we can get him going straight in. And I want to go ahead and remove that dirt. Now, dirt with rails over it is actually not spawnable, but this will be in the spawn range of our iron golem, so we may see if any of these spawn over here once I get him into this setup. Oop, forgot to turn that on. Gonna go ahead and turn that off in case he rolls backwards. Okay, there we go. All right, get you. Oh, did you not enough speed to go through the glass? Angle there a bit too much. All right. Have to replace that. There we go. Drop him in. You remember that was a half slab lower, so it should settle in nicely. All right, let's get this all set up. Let's go ahead and get you name tagged right now that you're safe and inside. Actually, this dirt block is here because I need to break this now that you're in. Steamboat Pilly. There you go. Now you are shut in. Let's see if this iron farm is going... Oh! I guess it does work. There's our first golem. Looks like he spawned up here on this dirt. Dirt is not spawn proof. And nope, do not. that was probably the worst possible outcome of that, other than him going in and hitting the pillager, because now I have to kill him underwater, which will be fun. Because while he is within range of our villagers, they're underwater, they will not spawn any more golems. And I'm not sure if it's deep enough down there for them not to sense him being right under the boat. And we have a mess. Perfect. All right. I've spent a little bit of time here shooting and shooting and shooting this guy, and generally can hit him, but obviously the arrows are moving at a much slower speed, so he's taking less damage. There, finally, he has died. Oh, I got a golem head. That's cool. There's a bunch of arrows that didn't hit him. And, oh, our first iron from the iron farm waiting for us. Now we can actually see the iron farm in action. They will spawn on that back platform. They will get pushed off, fall through the water chute down into the lava, and then we will find their drops. Okay, I don't like the way that trapdoor is. There we go. There we go. All right, we're down, and there it is. Our first iron and poppies from the farm. We've added in the other ones that I just found just to clear out a little bit of space. And let's add the golem head on the wall. There we go. All right, real test time. Can it work from our house? Yes, it can. See you, buddy. Have fun. Well, there's our Tugboat Iron Farm. Thank you guys so much for watching Josh Gets Lost. Glad you were here with me. And next time, hopefully we'll start getting to build even more cool stuff using the iron and other resources that we now have. Bye.